Um, Hello, teacher Adrian. It's a pleasure to see you again. My name is Roberto Maldonado, and this is my activity video presentation from the week 4 from the subject teaching English through translation. And I will answer some questions about the subject. The first one is, how does translation work on second language acquisition? Well, translation is a specific area of language, and it is very important when we acquire a new language due to this play an important role in the interpretation of L2. Without translation, it would be impossible to understand any other language. So I consider it plays a very important role in the language acquisition. What factors are to be considered when you teach in translation? We have to consider different kind of aspects as culture, custom, level of language, proficiency, responsibility with the translation, and respect to the language to be translated. What is the process of translating when it comes to approaches as well as model of translating? Well, during this course, we learned to use a model of translation, where the first step is to copy the text of the document in L1, and then we separate to double spacing, and we translate in L2 according we understand. After that, we have to discriminate the word that doesn't have sense in L2, and we have to give a meaning, but we have to respect the main idea, and finally we have to substitute the poorly word from L1 to L2. The next question is, how can you have a successful ESL class using translation as a tool? Well, in this module, we learn different kind of tools. For example, the grammar translation method, step 2 translation, preparatory exercises, parallel text, and also we can translate from L2 to L1 and vice versa, L1 to L2. Also, we have to handle high levels of comment using the language resources as vocabulary, syntax, grammar, and coherence. As well, we have to identify the main idea of the text, and we have to respect and don't change the information. The next question is, what strategies did you acquire for ESL class? Well, we learned that we have to consider different aspects before translating, as I mentioned before. We have to identify what we want to translate. We have to respect the idea from L1 and don't alter the original message. We have to have some competences like sensitive competence, cultural competences, professional competences. When we don't have the permission to translate or to modify the words according to our opinion, we have to be always concentrated to the best idea from the translation, and don't use words that just you understand, but you have to respect the real or the first or the main meaning. What difficulty did you have on this subject? Did you overcome the difficulties? Yeah, at the beginning I got some problem with the translation method. Well, I didn't identify it, how to use the colors and how to follow the process. I got an idea how to translate, but it helped me a lot, and now I can understand how to use it. But I overcame. I got it. Now I'm very proud because I got new knowledge that will help me in my future. So that's all my activity. Teacher Adrian, thank you so much for your teaching, and I hope to see you in another model. Thank you very much.